6 rhymes. And by the way, shout out Tech 9. Go and shut the up. Just let me talk. I'm a time bomb.
It's week 4 of the National Football League, where we'll see teams who have been division rivals since 1961. It's the Cowboys and the Lions under the lights on Monday night.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Tonight, we finish off week 4 with a good Monday night matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They come in losers in 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
Two teams each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in week 4. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Going to run again here with Pollard. And not much there. Maybe a yard up in the 24. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Here's Prescott. Quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Prescott. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Prescott now. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try to fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They go play action here on 1st down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Odell Beckham. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. And, of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Extra point by Ficken, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And it's OBJ, Odell Beckham, who ends it with a touchdown reception.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Holding offense.
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Looking middle, and that's complete. So the completion good for 7 there. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Prescott.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted.
And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly not giving much up to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive.
Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will, 1st and 10. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Hurry!
They'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Ficken's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, Charles, I think you have to call that a win for the defense after the turnover already in field goal range, and they had to settle for 3.
Yeah, the beautiful part is you start so close to the end zone that your thought process on Cleveland offense has to loosen up a little bit because you're thinking to yourself, you're almost guaranteed 3. Let's take some good shots at the end zone and try and turn it into 6.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all day? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 more on that one and another 1st down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here's Pollard again. Able to avoid him at the 40. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Schultz.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
That was a round run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Prescott on 1st down.
Swinging this out for Pollard.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. And again, it's Prescott. And it's caught. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that one is quarterback to the ball quickly. Either guy in double coverage can react.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Pollard.
No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit.
From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
So a conservative decision there, but it does put him on the board.
And I know the players hate it and the coaches hate it, but sometimes you just got to take the points when they're there. Sometimes a field goal is pretty darn good.
Taking it about the 1.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Going to get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Complete. This is Mitchell. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Swift. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now another timeout called for by the offense as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. The quick slant caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. They'll run with Swift, and he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year, and the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across. Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line. Extra point by Fickett, up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Prescott looks to throw on first. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Prescott. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. To throw is Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Daniel Jones, excellent in the victory as his guys moved to 3-1 after 4 games. Next, we head off to check out another game. And things didn't work out for them as they fall to the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Kenneth Gainwell, a touchdown run in the victory. Lastly, let's get you way up to Seattle. See what's happening with the Seahawks. And it was the visiting San Francisco 49ers that come in and get the victory. Trey Lance, excellent in the victory as his guys moved to 3-1 after 4 games. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cowboys. And despite the fact that they're looking up at a double-digit deficit at halftime, they were able to move the football through the air in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half. Final adjustments being made in both locker rooms. They are just about set to get back to football in Detroit. And for the call of the second half, we'll kick it back up to Ford Field and Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway.
Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
So here are the Lions to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Caught here by Griffin. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run here with Swift.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
A throw over the middle, taken in.
On the move past the 40. Still going inside the 20.
A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, next-gen stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour.
Swift going to try up the middle. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
One more time with Swift.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
He'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
His first touchdown of the year.
And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too in a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. First down, Prescott. Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. On 2nd and 10. Prescott. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Oh, what a juke into space. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. And now, boy, this is a bit of a surprise, to be kind. They accepted the holding penalty, so wipe out the interception, and their defense will stay on the field. Okay, so the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now back to throw. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Looking to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Following the interception, here's Prescott. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw pulled in by Lamb.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
Right where this set of down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
Prescott to throw it.
He'll find his man, Simi Fehoko.
And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Fielded just inside the 30.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Once again, it's Swift. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They're going to look to throw.
Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Now a give right side Swift.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On the move to his left. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
And the tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film, he'll see that he already escaped the pocket. He could have gotten more himself by using his legs, and that might have been the better choice there instead of challenging the zone. A miscalculation on his part, and he pays for it with the interception.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Prescott now. And that's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And they'll get it down to about the 37, right short of the 1st. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And this one is incomplete. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Lions will take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37.
They'll start on the ground with Swift.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. That's in a game.
I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He finds his target, Beckham.
And he is going to have the Lions 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
They will run straight ahead with Swift, taken down at the 47-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. They have 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
The 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Back to the running game with Swift.
5
yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Good gain there on first down and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him. He ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds and keep.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. Say, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak?
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Fickett, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming day. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
Amon-Ra St. Brown and the rest of the Detroit Lions getting set for another series here. And I know that they double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's in cruise control right now, and so is his team.
Fickett on now for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better, and try and execute that on the way out the door. Maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. This was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute, both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football's all about. A true team game, and they got it done in this one.
So for the Lions, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Minnesota Vikings come to town. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets.